both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well. And he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Check. Let's go. Hey, Mike, drop. 40. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now Haskins on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Don't get nervous. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. His throw incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Again, it's Haskins sliding out of the pocket. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Stafford. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Switch. Showing up.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2
Let's go.
at the 48-yard
Check.
line.
Lucky. Nice box.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
But let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay His 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Coming to you, coming to you. Yeah, 66. Pull it. Now.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Looking long for his tight end read. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on second and 14. Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On third down, it's Thompson, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Being chased out left. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before the break, Stafford. It's complete, swings it out to his running back, and he'll work it across mid. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, come on. 25 to Mike. Switch.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. Haskins now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go with Thompson again. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready. Mike, we'll go 25 to Mike. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford. This complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford, Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Peterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. And that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career, get this folks, 12,000 rushing yards. And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels? Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th. Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one will swap. Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either. Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch? Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Right there, 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Wide red.
They snap it to Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
32.
Stafford looks to throw again. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Open man here, Sims complete. He's got a convoy and he might be gone. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims with his first career NFL touchdown.